Hello plant friends. So I reached out to more fellow YouTubers to bring you guys another collaboration episode. So I told them, hey, do you want to be part of my YouTube collab video? And then they were like, who are you? So I said, I'm Legends of Monstera. And then they said, no, seriously, who are you? Yeah, everyone was just so excited and enthusiastic and happy to be part of this collaboration. So now that you guys know how it went down, what I did was ask them to send me a clip of the favorite plant they got in 2019. So why 2019 and not 2020? Well, I wanted them to pick a plant and recommend a plant that they've had in their collection for at least several months, if not about a year, so that, they really know this plant and they, by now have decided that they still love this plant. So, hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Hey guys, Ashley here from Life with Ashley Anita. I'm super excited about this video. 2019 was absolutely epic for plants and house plants. So I cannot wait to see what everyone posts for their plants. This is such a cool idea. So shout out to Jimmy for organizing this and giving us an opportunity to share some of our favorite houseplants with you guys. And I'm also really excited because it gives us an opportunity to show some love and appreciation for all of these plants that always show us so much love. So as you can imagine, it was so hard to choose because I had some crazy plant shopping and plant hauls that happened in 2019. However, I did manage to narrow it down to two, my two favorites in their own ways. Now I have 10 other favorites for different reasons, but I had to pick, so I managed to narrow it down to two. So I'm super excited to share those with you. So my tie for favorite houseplant 2019 is, we have over here Philodendron micans, completely incredible, gorgeous, easy to care for, doesn't need much, but also amazing in every way. And ZZ Zenzi, dwarf ZZ plant, has all the benefits of a ZZ, but has these really cool leaves that are a little bit different, but happy in every situation. I couldn't choose, could you? Just to fill you guys in a little bit, if you're not super familiar, this Philodendron micans is amazing. So this plant is really just a happy plant. The leaves are so velvety. I love all the different colors on it. It's really happy wherever you put it. I mean, it's happy in low light, it's happy with a little bit of highlight. It's okay if you give it a little bit of extra water. It's okay if it dries out a little bit. So I absolutely love this plant. Now I got this plant actually for $15 from Home Depot. I was shocked that they had them there, and I got this huge, 8-10 inch pot of Philodendron micans. And it's really up there for my favorite houseplants. I absolutely adore and love this plant. If you can find one, highly recommend it. Now this ZZ Zenzi is really, really cool, and I just don't see them talked about that much yet. But the leaves are so beautiful and curly, and they have the dark green and the light green. I love their stalks, how their stalks are kind of thick. And it's a dwarf one, so it doesn't get super massive. It stays somewhat compact, which I really like. Again, it's like a standard ZZ in that it doesn't need a ton of light. If you want to have it in a little bit of a darker room, it's happy with light if you want to give it light. You don't have to water it all the time. You can kind of just leave it and it's happy. And, if it's a little bit dried out, that's totally fine. So yeah, I couldn't choose. I love both of these plants. I think they're amazing. So yes, thank you again for including me in this video. I can't wait to see what everyone posts. See you guys soon. Have a great day.
Hey guys, so I'm Lindsay and I just recently started my Planty YouTube channel, and Jimmy was nice enough to invite me to participate in this collaboration. So first of all, I want to start off by saying thank you so much. It's really awesome of you and I appreciate it. So the topic is favorite plant I got in 2019, and I'm gonna have to go with my Aglaonema pictum tricolor. First of all, why is it favorite plant 2019? Look at it. When I first saw this plant, I legit thought it was photoshopped. It wasn't until I got it in person that I truly believe this was a real plant. Now I got this as a Christmas gift, So I've only had it for a couple of months and it's already put out 1, 2, and it's working on leaf number 3. So yeah, one of the reasons I love this plant is because it's so easy to care for. I have it in about 60% humidity. It is under my grow lights, but I really don't do anything special for it. I pretty much just water it when it gets close to dry. I'd say about 3 on the moisture meter. Most definitely favorite plant I got in 2019. Does not stop growing, easy to care for, and I mean, gorgeous. Thanks again, Jimmy, for letting me participate. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, it's just Lindsay Marine on YouTube. Bye!
Hello Jimmy, thank you very much for having me in this video. My name is Scott and I'm from a channel called Scott Grows an Avocado Tree where, as the name suggests, I am trying to document the process of growing avocado tree from seed to the point of bearing fruit. It's a long process, so in between those videos I also do other plant related things. Today I'm here to talk to you about my favorite plant that I got in 2019, and here it is. Yes, it won't surprise you that this is an avocado tree, and just look at it. I started growing this one in 2019, but I grew many avocado trees in 2019, so why is this one different? So it's not that because it has grown beautifully, it's not because of the way it looks, it's not because I didn't have any issues with it, it's because of where I started growing it. Now I think for many of us, we all have got plants that are sentimental to us, or especially trees that are sentimental to us. Trees can live such a very long time, and often we can think back to a tree which we remember from the past, something that is meaningful to us for whatever reason, and remember that moment because of that tree. And I've got some sentimental feelings for this avocado tree. See, 2019 was my first year out of university. I'd studied education. I finished in 2018 after my 4-year Bachelor of Education degree, and I had my first classroom position in 2019. And as a part of my practice, I really enjoy trying to bring ongoing science projects into the classroom, whether that be through plants or through animals. We have a fish tank in the classroom, for example. Just something which we can have, just watching, we can know what we need to do to look after these things. We can use it for a bunch of different learning activities, inspiration for our writing, to drive our research. We can think about science about this, any of these kind of things. And that's where this tree comes in. I started growing this seed in about August of last year with my first ever class of grade 4s, and we watched it grow from seed. It grew roots, it grew a shoot, we pruned it, which was a little bit, for some students were a little bit surprised by this, but then it continued to grow, and then I'm not teaching at that school this year, I'm at a different school, so I have just brought this home, and it is a lovely reminder of my first year, all the challenges that I had, but also all the things that I learned, all the things that all of the successes that I experienced, and it's just a really good reminder of the start of my teaching career. This is now living as an indoor plant. I leave this on my kitchen table most of the time as a bit of a centerpiece. It is getting a little bit tall to leave there while we have guests because you can't see over the table. But it is a lovely piece to have in the house. It gets lots of sun where it is on the table, and it gets water once a week. And you really can tell it's a couple of days after it's been watered, and the soil is of course well draining, and you can really see by the end of the week it's starting to look a little droopy. Then when you water it, it just bounces straight back. And it just keeps putting out new growth as well. We are we are in autumn now, and so things will be slowing down for the winter. But this is one of my favorite avocado trees, certainly the favorite plant that I got in 2019, and I really love it. This little avocado tree has got a special place here. It reminds me of those students who I worked with for the first year of my career, the first classroom that I could call my own classroom, at my first position, which hopefully will be a very long career. I'm hoping that I will be able to continue to keep this tree healthy, and that one day it will grow me avocados, but we're many years away from that now. but until it grows avocados, it is a wonderful houseplant. I have staked it because it was getting a little bit flimsy and tall. I might need to give it another prune just to keep on top of that, but I really love this tree and it is my favourite plant from 2019. If you'd like to watch more of my avocado tree videos or any of my other plant videos, please do check me out at Scott Grows an Avocado Tree. Thank you very much for having me today, Jimmy. I will catch you later.
Hey everyone! Thank you so much, Jimmy, for including me in one of your collab videos. I have really loved watching all of them, and I really love your series where you feature all the different plant collectors because it's so interesting to learn how they all keep their plants in different ways and just seeing those amazing collections. My name is Johanna and I'm a photographer and adventurer living in Buffalo, New York. My Instagram and YouTube handle is Lake Effect Plant Lover. Lake effect referring to the weather phenomenon that we get here in Western New York, which is basically we either get 7 feet of snow or we get no snow. This winter we've hardly gotten any snow. Last year we were the snowiest city in America, but it makes it really interesting for all aspects of life, I would say, especially for houseplant keeping and for gardening. It is difficult to keep plants here because they do have to stay inside most of the year since the rest of the year it is cold whether or not we get snow. I often do cover these challenges on my YouTube channel. I also like to do crazy plant things where I find objects and I turn them into things. Probably the most recent one is where I found a 8-foot long trellis and covered it with moss and made a moss trellis. Jimmy asked us what our favorite plant of 2019 was, and it was a really hard decision, and I had to decide how I wanted to interpret the question. I could interpret it as my favorite plant score, but I wanted to stay away from that because I feel like there's too much focus on how much a plant costs or how much you got the super expensive plant for nothing. And that's not what plant keeping is about. And for me, plant keeping is about what brings me the most joy and what I learn from the most in my plants. And so I ended up choosing a plant that I have propagated a ton, that I just absolutely love looking at every single day, and that is my Monstera Stanleyana. In my houseplant tour video, I said that if there's a plant that I could sleep with and cuddle with at night, it would be this one, and that is definitely true. I absolutely love this plant. I remember when I first found it, it was at this greenhouse, which is not local, it's a little bit of a drive, but I was wandering around, I look up and there it was, and I'm 6 foot tall, so I could reach it. And I get up, and I did not want to let go of this plant. I walked around for like 3 hours looking at all the other plants, and I was not ready to just like, the clerk came and was like, here, do you want me to put this? And I'm like, no, I'll just keep it. I'll just keep it with me. Yeah, so I love this plant. It was not like a quarter of the size of what it is now. I think I can't remember how big it was. It was really small, and it has grown so well for me. And I have taken a bunch of propagations from it, different sizes, different parts of the plant, and I toyed around with propagating that. I put some in soil, some in water, and some in moss. And so I learned all about propagating it, and it just has really given back to me. In the houseplant video, that I talked about how even though it has no half moons, that I still really love it. And you guys, you know what? 2 weeks later, this plant gave me 2 leaves right after the other with half moons. So I almost feel like it's listening to me. So yeah, that's my favorite plant of 2019. And it was honestly a tie between this one and my silver sword. But sorry, buddy, you won. I look forward to seeing what everybody else's favorite plant of 2019 was. Thanks again, Jimmy. I'll talk to you later.
Hey everybody, my name is Brianna. My channel is TerracottaDC, and I am so grateful to Jimmy. Thank you for including me on this collab and letting me be part of this idea. I'm really excited about this. So today I'm sharing my favorite plant purchase of 2019, and I have so many plant favorites, but I need to follow the rules, so I only picked one. So my plant of choice is, oh my gosh, okay, this beautiful lipstick plant, or Ishcananthus. This is one of my absolute favorite plants. I have only had it since the summertime, maybe June, I think is when I got it, 2019, but it doesn't matter if it hasn't been in my collection very long. I adore this plant. So I got this at an Ace Hardware. I was just passing through, I don't know, maybe getting some supplies for whatever. I don't know why we were there, and I wasn't really looking for plants. But anyway, I saw this hanging there and I thought, and it wasn't expensive. It was maybe like $10 to $12. I wish I had more details, but I can't remember. Anyway, it wasn't in bloom like this, by the way. Hello. So I saw it there and I thought, I like it. It looks healthy. You know, I've been kind of looking for one. At that time, I already had a curly lipstick plant, and I thought, well, let me just get one of the, you know, normal ones. I don't know what these ones are called, but the Aschenanthus radicans. Anyway, so I picked it up, and you can see I still have it in its nursery pot, its nursery little hook thing. I just brought it home. I put a hook in the ceiling, pulled to the side and back a little bit from a south window, and there's also an east window in that room, so it's one of the better lit parts of my house. I hung it up and I just kind of took care of it, you know, as I thought. So I let it dry out in between waterings, like pretty critically dry. I watch for it to droop a little bit. The leaves become soft and not as semi-succulent as they typically are. I let them show me that they want signs of water, and then I thoroughly saturate. And it has really done wonders for me. So you can see I'm filming this on February 25th, and holy crap, it is flowering so much. You can see, right? You can see. So I'm super, super happy with this plant. If you watch my channel, or if you have ever seen a video, or maybe you go to my channel from seeing this, you will see tons of footage of this plant, because every single time I walk by it, I am like in love again. I love it. It is truly one of those plants that when I see it, it's so breathtaking. It brings me a ton of joy. It's not fussy. Even my fussy plants, no, even my plants which are growing well, which are beautiful, but that are also fussy, I don't appreciate their beauty so much because they stress me out. This is so easy. It's never had pests. Please don't let it get pests, but it's never had pests, knock on wood. It has no problems. It communicates to me when it wants water. I water it. I do fertilize this because apparently it's doing the dang thing here with all of this new growth. And so, first it just started to grow really well, and I thought, well, it's summer, it's probably just like in the humidity and the high, it doesn't get a lot of direct light. It does get a little bit though during the end of the day, but it kind of likes that highlight. But then this winter, like pretty recently, that's when all of this action started happening. So I fertilize it all year long, depending on what it's doing. I've been fertilizing it, and I wash down the leaves because I see that these leaves tend to get, for me, a little bit dusty, just I think because of the shiny, waxy cuticle, it collects dust. But yes, it grows fast, it's easy. It's just really taken me by surprise this year. I kind of picked this up on a whim, thinking it's beautiful. I like the foliage. It kind of reminds me of a Hoya-esque plant in the way that it is semi-succulent and it trails, but it also likes to climb, and the tendriling nature. And I love Hoya. So I thought, well, I've never had a Aschenanthus. Actually, no, okay. I did have an Aschenanthus at the time. I still do, but I did have this kind, so I'm like, well, let me pick it up. And I didn't buy it thinking it was going to just completely win me over, but hello, it has. So anyways, you guys, that is the plant I want to share with you. That's how I take care of it. There's no real story, no real secret. This is a really easy plant for me. It was local, it was affordable, and it's just bringing me so much joy. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, my favorite plant purchase of 2019. Thank you, Jimmy, and everybody who is collaborating in this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Aki and my channel's name is Akis Place. As you can see, I'm a plant lady with kids and some pets. Gosh, always get distracted by kids. Anyway, so I just want to thank Jimmy, the Legends of Monstera, for giving me this opportunity. Yes, you have crackers. Giving me this opportunity to be in part of his plantuber collab video. Thank you so much, Jimmy. And so the video he is doing is, what is your favorite plant you bought in 2019? So the story is, I'm from Japan, but I live in Toronto. We moved to Toronto 2019 in sorry. Anyway, we moved here in March 2019. So my plant journey started around May, because we moved in this condo around May, and then I started collecting plants, and just never-ending story, right? But yeah, like as Jimmy said it on Instagram, Japanese, like houses are not so big and they don't really get a lot of good lights because all the buildings are next to each other. So I did have a few plants, but never like actually started wanting to collect any more than what I had. But what was I saying? So yes, so my collection started from May last year. So most of my plants are from 2019, but so let me show you my favorite plant from last year. It's big, so I'll have to angle it because I cannot pick it up. So let me, that's a really weird angle. Oh, can you see it? As you can see, the sun is really strong today. Let me back it up. Okay, can you see it? There. Hey Peanut, my cat is grabbing my arm. Okay, not a good angle, isn't it still? But it's okay. Let me close this. So, this is my favorite plant I bought in 2019. It's a Monstera Adesonii, and it was in 6-inch pot when I got it, but it's growing non-stop even in the winter. I propagated so much from this plant, took it to the plant swaps and like giving it to friends and families, and it's still huge. The leaves are so big because I let it trail up. If you let the vining plants trail up, the leaves will grow big like these. I love this plant so much. Because we didn't have a Christmas tree last year, I decided to decorate my Monstera Adesonii with the little Christmas balls and stuff. But I took out the ornaments but decided to leave the lights on because I love how it looks at night. So the lights are still on. I think it's going to be on all year round. But this is my favorite plant I bought in 2019. I'll show you a good look of it because it's not a good angle. But I have my YouTube channel uploading like once a week because with kids it's really hard to predict the schedule and routine. Oh, did you bump your head? Are you okay? Sorry. But I do have an Instagram account that I do upload daily on my stories and also posts. So if you're interested, please go visit my channel and my Instagram as well. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Jimmy, for giving me this awesome opportunity. You want to say bye? Bye. So thank you so much for watching. Bye. And here's my cat. He's been judging. He's been just watching me talk and talk. Say hi. This is our cat, Peanut. Okay, you want to go. So, bye.
Hello guys, it is me, Mackenzie. I am from the channel Maximize. It is spelled weird and a lot of people are like, oh, it's Maxiz Mise. It's not that. It is Maximize. But today I was asked by Legends of Monstera, really sick name. I was asked to pick a favorite plant of 2019 and I don't pick favorites, okay? I'm super indecisive, I don't like doing that. But I will choose an MVP, most valuable plant. Today I have finally settled on one. It took me many nights of thinking. Okay, not that many. But she is by far, it's a girl, by far the plant that has impressed me the most in all of 2019. It is the prayer plant. I know. It is a rather common plant, but this plant is just so unique and it is unlike any other house plant out there. And I got this plant 100% impulsively. I had no idea what it was or how to take care of it. And when I got it home, I started researching it, which you should research before. Okay, I'm just saying. But after I got home, I was worried because a lot of articles were saying that it's a really finicky plant, it's really fragile, it doesn't like change a lot. And I was like, am I gonna murder it? I was really worried, I'm not gonna lie to you. But this plant is a trooper, okay? 100% trooper. When I first got her, she was just a few leaves up here, and now look at her! Look at it! I mean, this plant can take some neglect as well. Like sometimes I, would go on trips, she wouldn't get watered, and she would bounce back a-okay, just fine. I have had her placed all over the house, testing what kind of light she can handle. So bulletproof, she's fine anywhere. No matter what, she is always pushing out new leaves, y'all. Like, look at these leaves, okay? Always coming out. Like little taquitos, unfolding. The only thing about this plant is that it doesn't like tap water. That's why you see all these brown leaf tips here. But that's the only thing, and it's really minor. Like everything else about it is just gorgeous. All the hanging, cascading leaves. I mean, stunning, just stunning. Just a super solid plant that is constantly growing and will make you proud. That's why this is my MVP of 2019. And the cherry on top is this plant is non-toxic to pets and animals and children, whatever. Anybody that wants to eat it, it is considered non-toxic. Consider this plant a slam dunk in my opinion, okay? Dunk. MVP. Prayer plant. Thank you guys. My name is Mackenzie. I am with the channel Maximize. Please subscribe or whatever. Thank you and go prayer plants. Go get them.
Hi Jimmy, thank you so much for having me on your channel. I'm Rachel with Pretty and Plants, and today I'm supposed to be discussing the top plant for 2019. I put plants in leca and convert them to semi-hydroponics. I have over 100 houseplants in semi-hydro. I'm loving the results, but if they convert really easily, I end up loving them even more. So it was kind of a three-way tie. The first one is the Whalefin Sansevieria. This is the variegated one, and when I got it, it was just, that piece. But super happy in leca, and even has quite a few water roots. As you know, houseplant grows about 25% faster. Second place would be the ZZ Raven. I absolutely love these growing out, the neon green stalks that grow out when they're new and then they turn to the black. Oh, I just love it. I'm so excited that Costa Farms is putting them in the Lowe's and Home Depots in America right now. And it loves the leca, has grown phenomenally. And my third one is my Ficus Audrey, which was a little bit of a scary because it's so large. It's a tree. It's like an 8-foot tree. It's loved leca. It's converted and it's growing new leaves. So, anyway, thank you so much for having me. I love your show. Keep the good content coming. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth from Elizabeth Plants, and my favorite plant that I got in 2019 is this Philodendron Salome. I'm not 100% sure that this is a Philodendron Salome or that I'm even pronouncing it correctly, because this guy was a rescue. As you can see, this guy is actually quite large. Next to my cat tower gives you kind of an idea. It's about as tall as I am. I am 5'7". So this is the newest leaf. When I got this plant, this leaf itself is probably 2 feet tall. And when I rescued the plant from a Lowe's near where I was living at the time, it was about 2 feet tall and it had significant root rot. It was absolutely horrendous and so sad. So I was able to nurse this plant back to health, and it just started growing so fast. And that is why it is my favorite plant, because I was able to nurse this guy from near death to this gigantic beauty that he is today. And he has survived so much. I have moved with him since I got him, and I have gotten kittens who decided to learn how to climb on him. So he's actually lost quite a few leaves from my kittens learning to climb and dig in his dirt. However, for every leaf he loses, he grows at least one more, sometimes more than one. As you can see, he's growing right now, and there's a couple more down at the bottom if you can see. So yeah, this Philodendron Salome, this gigantic beauty, is my favorite plant that I got in 2019.
Hi everyone, Sandy here.
Erika too.
Over at Got Plants. Jimmy over at
Legends of the Monstera
asked us to pick out our favorite 2019 plant. So these are the two we picked out. So Erika, you tell them about your plant first.
So I got this one over the summer. Of course, it's a begonia, and this is the Maculata whitei. So actually it's, I think, like tripled in size. So I thought it might be fussy. People say begonias are hard to take care of sometimes, but this one is very nice, as you can see. And I just love the white spots, the red back. And even in the winter, new leaves are unfurling. Actually, I like it so much I have a second one that it's flowering right now.
Here you go.
Sandy just went and grabbed it. And see, look at new leaf. Comes in like, what's that color? Pink, salmon, I don't know.
Yeah, salmon color.
And yeah, white blooms, very pretty. Just love the leaves. They're beautiful. I think that's it.
Oh, just to mention that a lot of people are finding this begonia at big box stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart.
Costa's Farm.
Yeah, the trending tropicals.
Yeah. So if you see one, I would definitely recommend getting one.
It's actually one of my favorites too.
Okay.
Okay, so mine, I picked the Hoya Australis Lisa. Everyone's been in the Hoya craze lately, and yeah, I fell in.
I jumped on the bandwagon
Yeah,
too.
me too. I haven't owned this plant for that long, but so far so good. I find it a pretty easy plant to care for. Treat it just like any other plant. Water when it's completely dry. Give it lots of light. When you give it more light, it gives you this pretty pink and red color. And yeah. So this is actually Erika's plant. I'll put mine somewhere here. So what do you have to say about this plant, Erika?
I don't know. I like it too. Yeah, the color is amazing, and just the pattern on the leaves. But yeah, this one's pretty new, so we'll see what it does during the growing season.
Okay.
So thanks for watching, and
thanks Jimmy for contacting us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope there were some new plants that you guys were introduced to. Maybe you guys found some new plants to add to your wish list. Hopefully you found some new YouTubers in this collaboration that really resonated with you, maybe their plant choice or maybe their vibe or their energy resonated with you, please, check out their channel, subscribe, follow. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to be a YouTuber. I know that these people spend a lot of time on their content, a lot of time filming and refilming and then refilming, a lot of time editing. So I hope you guys give them a chance. And till next time, happy planting.